Hello, it's your coach Julie Sean, and we are at a cinema waterfalls. And I have with me here Millicent, a health worker coming to educate us on sedentary lifestyle. Hello, Millicent, how are you doing?
Hi, Juliet. I'm doing so well today. What about you?
I'm also good and excellent.
Wow.
As you can see, we are enjoying the breeze from the waterfalls
Exactly.
as well. Okay, so can you educate us on sedentary lifestyle?
Okay. So, sedentary lifestyle, I would say basically my own words, I call it a lazy lifestyle or lazy living. Because sedentary lifestyle is basically living in a routine of your own circle, and that is just about what sedentary lifestyle is.
Oh, okay. So you mean, what do you mean by living?
Okay, so I would say a typical example is for a worker or someone who works in an office.
Yes.
He would wake up from bed to his bathroom, and in this modern world where we have self-contained, in quotes, like we have our bathrooms just close to the bed. You just wake up from your bed into your bathroom, you take your bath, you dress up in your bedroom, and then you pick your bag to your office. You walk, you drive to your office without any exercise. You sit in your chair whole day working without any form of exercise. You get back home, and sometimes we don't even eat. You just take your dinner and then you hop into bed again, and that circle or cycle continues almost all the time or every day.
And that is not healthy for
That's
us.
not healthy at all for the human body.
Okay. So what are the causes of sedentary living?
Sedentary living, basically I would say that innovation and then modernity has affected life so much, because naturally when the universe or the earth was created, there were no cars, there were no innovative ways of getting things done. We used to walk miles to get to your destination. Even if you have to wash, you have to exert some amount of energy. And these are all forms of natural exercises that were put in place to help our human bodies. But in this modern world, we have cars for mobility, we have washing machines for washing, we even have dishwashers, we have machines that wash our shoes. We even very soon would invent a machine that will help us to bathe already.
Oh, yeah,
And all these things are, all these innovation or innovative means, they are just taking away our means of
being physically active.
Being physically active, and that's not so good.
So what are the effects of the sedentary living?
Okay, to draw back on the causes of sedentary living, it's not just about modernity. We are seeing it as comfort in quotes, because I think I have the money, I can afford, so why don't I just afford and get things done the way I want to, so that I can just relax in my chair, relax in the comfort of my zone or my home, and then just enjoy life. And that perception alone can cause you to live a total sedentary life. Now, coming to the effect of sedentary living, because you don't exercise in any form, it can predispose you to some medical conditions like hypertension, diabetes, stiff joints, arthritis, and a whole lot of, the list goes on and on.
I think
and on
obesity
and on.
too.
It's a major issue. Obesity is a major issue now, because our diet has been affected already, and we as human beings or individuals, we are not having any form of exercises at all. So imagine that all these fertilizers and chemicals that are used to produce our food, we are taking them in, and then we are not doing any form of exercise to get rid of them. You just finish eating and then you sit. We just sit in our offices, our rooms, the comfort of our homes, and order pizza and Coke with high levels of carbs, sugars, with minimal fruits and vegetables. Instead of going for fresh fruits and vegetables, we would opt for processed juice. And these drinks or all these foods, because of its processing, ends up with a lot of calories, and which affects our body. When you take in these calories and you don't make use of the energy that these calories are making available to the body, these calories stay in the body, sits in the body, and it compounds. And over time, it builds cholesterol levels in the blood, occluding the blood vessels, predisposing you to hypertension, to atherosclerosis and a whole lot of other conditions. And as these carbohydrates or cholesterol builds up in your body, it affects your blood cholesterol levels, which also predisposes you to hypertension. So that is where some of all these modern medical conditions that we keep discovering, this is, I would say that it's as a result of sedentary living. You know, I read in a book this morning while preparing for your interview that sedentary lifestyle can be equated to taking tobacco almost every day. And we know tobacco is not so good for our health and our life. And that's the same way. You may think that, oh, I'm living well, I'm not smoking, I'm not taking in alcohol, but my dear, sedentary lifestyle is as dangerous or as harmful to the human body just as taking tobacco.
Okay, that's really interesting. Then we have to really campaign to fight this sedentary living of us as human beings.
Yeah, we do.
So what can be done to curb sedentary living?
My dear, a lot can be done. A lot. Instead of driving to short distances, you can opt to walk. So this is when exercises comes in. So just like nature or God has made it right from the beginning, that we as humans have to be continuously active. Instead of walking, driving to short distance, you can walk. Instead of using the lift, you can use the stairs, or even a blend of the two when you feel you don't have the energy for it. But even in this modern world, my dear, especially the ladies, they dress up, go to the gym, and then take videos. I'm in the gym, I'm exercising. Meanwhile, they are not doing it. You get it? And it's not, you don't have to plan it to make it work. Sometimes we understand that you have to pay bills, you have to work, you have to get things done, so you can't really make time for exercise. But there are other things you can try, like using the stairs, like walking short distances, like waking up from your bed, doing some form of activity that morning. You can do a 20-minute routine exercise in the morning, instead of sending your kids, instead of operating or automating your home, washing machine, dishwashers, a whole lot of other things. Take out all those things from the line and then use your human body to get those things done, because these minimal or little things are a form of exercise. You know, with sedentary living, we sit in the office so long that our joints become so stiff. So in the morning when you wake up, you stretch, you do some form of stretching exercises, which really helps the body to relax. Just as we are here today, you can take some time off your stressful day's activity, your normal sedentary lazy life routine. Come here, take a walk. We park our car right ahead and we have to walk down this place. You have fun, you jump in the water, you allow some of these waters to splash on you, and you enjoy the moment, which affects the human body in a positive way.
Okay. So I really enjoyed having this interview with you.
Sure.
And then definitely we are going to campaign so that we all quit or reduce the sedentary living. I know sedentary living also affects the back.
Sure.
So most of office workers these days have a lot of lower back pain, back aches, waist pains. So definitely we are going to campaign to curb sedentary living. So what are your final words to add?
I would say that especially when we are in the office or we are in our homes and we have to get things done, instead of automating things that we have to get done, you can walk to the printer downstairs and print your document instead of just printing it right in your office. And that's a form of exercise. If you feel that you have sat so long in your office, in your chair, in your sofa, I would advise you get up, you stretch, you turn around, you walk downstairs, you walk back up, or you walk to the kitchen or even somewhere far away from where your office space is or you were sitting, so that the body can have that required mobility to be able to revamp, and that's a healthy living, I would say.
Okay, so thank you for having you at Cinema Waterfall, and it was a lovely interview.
So thank you so much for having me on your show today.
Thank you too. Ciao.